So welcome back to another video of interview experience. For those who don't know me, I am Sagar from NIT Surathkal, and I love making videos on tech tutorials, tech concepts. So in this video, we are mainly going to look upon the interview experience of GlobalLogic. Uh, in this, there were total of four rounds. First round was a screening round. This round was for 120 minutes, and total of four sections were there. In first section, like all these four sections they're timed, and in the first section it was basically aptitude, in the second section it was mainly technical, and in these two sections the MCQs were asked. So as usual, you can make a guess of 1 minute per question, and there was one email writing, and in the last section there were two medium to hard coding questions. The number of shortlist completely depends upon that how many people have applied for this company. When it came into my company, the CTC that was offered was almost or approx 7.5 LPA, and not many people have applied for this. And the role that it came for was SDA. So after getting shortlisted from the screening round, I moved to the technical round first. So in that, she started with normal introduction, and then she asked about my resume. I summarized my resume. I explained uh, in short all of the projects that I did. Then she asked about one of the projects. So what are the actual questions? Let me tell you. Uh, she picked one development project, and she asked from that the components that I did in that project. What was its kind, whether it's functional or class. Then she after all of these questions, he has moved to the theoretical questions. Uh, First, he asked about the pillars of OOPS, then polymorphism, kinds of polymorphism, abstract class. So you can see, as I have written here in the doc. Uh, then she moved to the coding questions. First two questions were from the SQL. Uh, the first question was so both of these two questions were easy to medium level, and I will also add the link in the descriptions. If you want to solve, uh, you can solve from there. Then at the end, she has asked one DSA questions. It was mainly sorting based. This is merged to sorted arrays, and the overview of or the thing that they look for is actually the logic that you show in that interview. So even if you are lacking some time and you show the proper logic for all of these questions, then it's good, because that's the only thing that they look for. So the most important thing from these technical rounds is that whatever you are explaining should be very clear. Should be very clear to the interviewer. Whatever you are explaining should be very lucid, and uh, before jumping to the solutions, first confirm with interviewer that you are understanding the problem well, and then explain your approach, and then move to providing the solution. And these technical rounds happened on the Google Meet. Even for those two SQL questions, he had asked me to write in the message in the Google Meet only. And for multi sorted arrays or this DSA based coding question, she asked me to pick any ID or notepad and start writing there. So here my suggestion would be, if you have been given option for selecting the ID, choose the ID, because in notepad it's difficult. You have to put the tabs again and again. Um, so almost I have completed all of these questions, and in managerial round, first started from the introduction, and then he asked about project, one of the project that I did. Uh, Then he gave me a puzzle. Let me see the puzzle. There were five boxes, and each boxes have the capacity to hold three balls, and you had 20 balls. So how will you keep those balls in those boxes? So this was the actual puzzle that he has asked me, and then he also asked some HR questions like where do you see in next 5 years, or you're from core branches, then why do you want the job in this field? And similar, this kind of HR questions were asked with a mix of technical questions. In HR round, first he started with introduction, and then I walked through my resume. Uh, I explained some projects in short. Uh, then she started asking that whether I have done any projects with other people or not. So I had one project. Uh, She asked that how many people were there and what is my role in that project. And then the other areas that they asked about the project is what are the tools and technology of the that were used in the projects, and what is the purpose that my project is serving, and how it's different from the similar kind of projects that is existing. Um, and then what are the problems that I faced in projects? How did I solve them? To which people I approached. Uh, then she also looked upon the other areas like extracurricular activities. What are the extracurricular activities that I have done there? Whether I was part of any clubs or not, and if I was part of some club, then what was my role and what did I learn from there? Uh, then she also asked a couple of HR questions, and at the end, I asked some questions, like one or two questions. Almost every interview asks you to ask some questions at the end, and that's all about my global logic interview experience. If you have any kinds of questions, do ask me in the comment section, and I will be coming up in another video where I will be sharing my experience of interview experience of another company.
Congratulations.